The Wilson family was excited to move into their new home, a beautiful two-story house with a big backyard and plenty of space for their growing family. However, as soon as they settled in, strange things began to happen. Doors would slam shut on their own, windows would shatter for no reason, and they would hear unexplainable whispers and footsteps throughout the house. The family started to feel like they were not alone in their new home. As the weeks went by, the disturbances grew more intense. The Wilsons began to notice that certain areas of the house were always cold, no matter how high they turned up the heat. They also found strange markings on the walls and floors, as if someone had tried to scratch their way out of the house. It wasn't long before they realized that their dream home was actually the site of a brutal murder-suicide that had taken place years before. Despite their fear, the Wilsons tried to ignore the hauntings, hoping that they would go away on their own. But things only got worse. The family started experiencing sleep paralysis and waking up to find the spirits of the mother and children standing at the foot of their beds. They could hear the husband's maniacal laughter echoing through the house at night. The Wilsons tried to seek help, but no one believed them. Their friends and family thought they were going crazy and urged them to move out. But the family was determined to make the house their home and refused to leave. They started doing their own research and found out that the only way to rid the house of the spirits was to perform a cleansing ritual. The ritual was intense, and the family had to confront the spirits head-on. They felt the cold breath of the ghosts on their skin and heard their anguished cries as they were released from their earthly prison. It was a terrifying experience, but in the end it worked. The house was finally free of the ghosts, and the Wilsons could live in peace. However, the memories of the hauntings would stay with the family forever. They knew that they had been lucky to make it out alive and that they would never forget the terror that they had experienced. The house still stood a silent witness to the tragedy that had taken place within its walls. Years later, a new family would move into the house, unaware of its dark past. They would soon discover the same haunting presence that the Wilsons had experienced, and the cycle of terror would begin anew. The spirits of the murdered family would continue to haunt the house, trapped forever in their earthly prison.